Hey YouTube, welcome back, and I did it the best I fucking could. And this is going to be the Black Sabbath ranking. Probably, well not probably, the hardest ranking I've ever done so far because they're just so complex. Their lyrics, their sound, their different singers, their different periods. So I'm just going to run through the Black Sabbath ranking really quick. No sound samples because it's already going to be pretty fucking long. And I'm going to try to get through them the best I can. And this list is really impossible because I just I don't have any particular order. They could change any minute from the last one into the top 3, 4, or 5 maybe, but anything else can flip flop around. So let's get started. I'll try to go through these, like I said, pretty quick because most people know about them. So starting out at number 20, yes, I did 20 because I'm counting, which is pretty much Black Sabbath anyway, the Heaven and Hell album. So here we go. The band Heaven and Hell. Number 20, that is Shooting Star. Is this their worst album? Probably not. Maybe. I don't know. I'm putting it last because it's supposed to have been a Black Sabbath or a Tony Iommi solo album, but it had Black Sabbath on it, and the studio made him put Black Sabbath. Glenn Hughes is on vocals on this one, the only one he did, and it's mostly like a hard rock, Deep Purple-esque because Glenn Hughes sings. Even some AOR on it, like Danger Zone sounds very AOR. Seven Star is the only bit of like doomy guitar tone that Tony does on almost all of his albums. It's like, because the rest is just like hard rock, like In For The Kill is a great opener, No Stranger to Love's a power ballad, Angry Heart, Heart Like a Wheel, just hard rock. Danger Zone, like I said, almost borders on AOR. So I'm putting it last because it wasn't supposed to be a Black Sabbath album, and it does not sound like anything Tony is known for, really. It's just mostly a great solid hard rock album with some AOR elements. So that's 20, 7 Star. Number 19 I don't have, and I still haven't got this box set yet, the Tony Martin box set. And of course it's worth a lot of fucking money already, but I was broke at the time, so I didn't get it. And that's Tear from 1990. This album doesn't really sound Black Sabbathy either. It's like power metal. It has like power metal themes, like Viking themes. There's a song called Valhalla, which talks about Vikings, obviously. Anno Mundi, the opener, is really solid. Might be my favorite. The Sabbath Stones is a kick-ass song. The Sabbath Stones might be also my contender for my favorite off the record. The Lawmaker's pretty cool. He is the lawmaker. And of course, Tony Martin always sounds great. I mean, I'm going to have a lot of Tony Martin albums toward the beginning of the list, but it's not a knock on him. It's just I prefer, the other singers. But yeah, it's a short album, like 40 minutes, right under 40 minutes. It's more like a power metal, traditional metal record with like power metal themes. It's a strange Black Sabbath album. Number 18. This could go up maybe. It's probably everybody's 20th. That's Forbidden. This is the cassette. I don't have once I get out, I didn't buy the damn CD. I could have bought the CD when it came out, but I didn't. And I need to buy the new remastered. And I put this here because the remastered sounds fucking awesome. It might even go up 1 or 2 spots just because it's great. Like, I mean, about fucking time. Because why would you have Ernie C do the damn production? He's a fucking rapper, so it sounds like shit. But I can get through with it. But like, it's night and day. Like the remaster from last year compared to the original. But I do like Get a Grip on Life. It's a cool song, Get a Grip. And all these songs, most of them I like, are off the second half. One like Sick and Tired, it's great. Rusty Angels, great song. How's it go? Rusty Angels, they won't cry. Rusty Angels, they won't fly, or something like that. It's been a while since I listened to it. And the title track Forbidden's really good. I Won't Cry For You, the ballad, it's alright. But it's not a bad record, it's not very memorable. But if you listen to the remaster, you'll be like, shit, it makes it that much better. So I can see it rising up a spot or two just because the remaster is night and day. So that's 18. Number 17, also I don't have from the box set, and that is Cross Purposes from 1994, the first album back with Geezer on bass. since Born Again 9 years earlier, and they stole the cover off of the Scorpions. It's the cover of the angel, with the cross of the angel, back of the angel with the wings. That's Send Me an Angel. That's why I kept saying angel. The Send Me an Angel cover, their single from Crazy World, is the same fucking cover pretty much. They took it. I don't know why, but they did. And this album might be the heaviest Tony Martin album. And it's certainly the most Black Sabbath-y sounding Tony Martin album, I think. That and another one I'll get to later on, but this is heavier than that album. But I don't like it as much as the one I'm going to show later. But it starts out with Eyewitness, great fucking heavy-ass guitar intro, one of the best songs on the album. And then Crown of Thorns starts out kind of like ballady. Psychophobia, heavy as shit, just like the first song. Great guitar driving riff. And then a couple songs in the middle sound like Alice in Chains. I'm like, if you listen to, I don't have the damn listing right here, it's like the 4th and 5th track. It sounds like fucking Alice in Chains. I'm like, this is weird, but it is the mid-90s, so. And then the best song, in my opinion, is The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, which is a true story about the death nurse in the UK that killed all the, I think it was children or infants. They made a video for it, so those are the top 4 songs. And there's a song on there, Evil Eye, I believe, is the one, since I don't have it in front of me. That is co-written at least by Eddie Van Halen, which is kind of interesting. But it doesn't stick with me that much. That's why I have it so low on the list. So that's next up is shit, I can't remember the order. So it's 16, I guess. My least favorite Ozzy album, Technical Ecstasy. The fucking cover's weird as shit. Supposedly it's supposed to be robots having sex, he said. Okay. Backstreet Kids is a decent opener. You Won't Change Me. It's good ballads. One of my favorites off the album. And my favorite album or song off the album is Oddball. It's Alright by Bill Ward sings it. Guns N' Roses covered it on their the live greatest hits from '90 live era album, which is a really good song. It's better than It's Alright. It's pretty damn good actually. Gypsy was a single they released, kind of boring. All Moving Parts, Stand Still. I think it's about like a transsexual, but I don't know. This song just, most of the songs on this album just Rock and Roll Doctor's pretty good. It was based on an actual doctor they had, and he like listened to hard rock and rock like from the 50s and 60s, I guess. Gonna see my rock and roll doctor. And Dirty Women is the best song off the album. It ends the album, but overall it's kind of, you could tell they were not at their best phase. I absolutely like the next album. Most people hate. I think a lot of people would prefer Technical over Never Say Die, but that's just me. So this is number 15, I think, if I'm fucking counting correct. Probably not. And that's 13. When this came out in 2013, I loved it. It was one of my favorite albums, if not my favorite album of that year. But the more I listen to it, it's like fucking Rick Rubin. He overproduces the fucking shit out of everything. And it still sounds good, but it's just Rick Rubin for you. Is this the end of the beginning? Great doomy opener. God Is Dead, the single, another cool song. He's Just a Loner, my song. He never says hello. And then I fucking love that riff. It's one of my favorite Black Sabbath songs, actually, is Loner. Zeitgeist, it reminds me of Planet Caravan. I Don't Want to Live Forever, good song there. Dear Father ends the album just as the first Black Sabbath song started, with the thunder and, slow thunder intro, just like Black Sabbath, which is so a nice nod because it was their final album. I still like this album. I haven't listened to it in a while, but it could go higher, I guess. It can go anywhere from like 12 to 15 where it is now, but like I said, the whole list is completely out of fucking whack. So coming in at number 14, probably a little bit lower than most people have. I didn't know where to put this album. Dio, the third album with Dio, I can't even fucking speak. Dehumanizer. Some people, more than one, have told me that this is their second favorite Dio Sabbath record. I like it. I think it's a solid album. The reason why it's so low, there's not really a standout fuck, that's an amazing song type of track on here. There's good songs, there's solid songs, there's just not like one that blows you away. That's why it's lower on the list. Computerized God, good song. Just another TV crime. Fucking televangelist. I think they made a video for that. He's the master of insanity. I love the bass, and that's just fucking awesome. Living in a time machine from Wayne's World. That's another highlight. Sins of the Father. That's a cool song. And then it might be, if I had to pick one song, it's either Master of Insanity with the cool bass, bass in it, or because when they played their last tour, I saw them as Heaven and Hell, and they played I. That's a cool fucking song. That would probably be that, or maybe TV Crimes, but the band doesn't like it. So like I said, it's a lot of solid songs, but there's just not a lot like standout tracks. Coming in at number 13, The Eternal Idol, the first one by Tony Martin. Now this is an interesting story. If you don't know, this is actually models on here, and they put paint all over their bodies, and they had to go to the hospital because if you cover your whole body with paint, you can like suffocate, not breathe, or I don't know the exact, but you can die from it. And they had to go to the emergency room, which is pretty fucked up. This is album. I don't know how to put it. It's pretty hard rock Sabbath. It's not really that heavy at all, and a lot of the songs are more on the hard rock side. Sort of like Seventh Star, but I like the album better. Interesting enough, though, Seventh Star sticks out more. Like, I can remember the songs better than this one, but the songs, I don't know, I just like this album. I don't know, it just sounds more Sabbathy. I guess that's why I have it higher. Glory Ride, The Shining is cool. Stand up for the Shining, an opening track. The Eternal Idol, which is the title track, it closes the record, and it's this album is very religious lyrically, and it's talks about like Jesus coming back, and sins forever, and Eternal Idol. It's like a really slow, doomy song, typical Black Sabbath song. It's probably the best song off the album. Glory Ride, The Shining, Ancient Warrior, all pretty good stuff. But like I said, it's sort of like the last one. There's not really a standout track aside from maybe the title track. But overall, though, collectively, it's a good record. Coming in at 12 is the last album that Dio ever released, and pretty much Black Sabbath is the same lineup as Mob Rules, and that's Heaven and Hell, The Devil You Know. This one's worth a lot of money because I got the etched multicolored vinyl with a poster. Adam and Evil's a brooding, slow Adam and Evil, opening title, or the opening song really sets the mood for the record. Now this album here, holy fuck, is it dark. It might be the darkest album. It's certainly the darkest Dio album, and it's also one, if not the darkest Black Sabbath album. It just sounds of all dread, even though it's not a Black Sabbath album technically, but it's fucking dark as shit. And now the reason why this album's higher than Dehumanizer is because of the first single and video, Bible Black. One of the best fucking songs, one of the best Dio songs. Sebastian Bach even said Ronnie James Dio's best song is Bible Black. Now I disagree, but it's pretty fucking close. It's up there, that's for sure. And it starts off with that like slow acoustic intro. I must check the Bible black. Dun, 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 dun. Fucking great song. Then Eating the Cannibals is another highlight. Eating the Cannibals. And Breaking Into Heaven, another, ends the record, and has a really strong, dark, deep, Tony Iommi-esque, very doomy guitar. Awesome way to end a record, Double the Pain, Rock and Roll Angel. It's a cool, probably that's the only song probably that strays from the dread of the record. But it's an awesome album, and it's saved by Bible Black. Coming in at 11, a lot of people, and it's playing in the background, I just picked one. We'll have this a lot higher. I'll get to why I have it low and that's their 6th album, Sabotage. The fucking worst cover ever. And Bill Ward's wife's pants or whatever it was. Hole in the Sky. I'm looking through a hole in the sky. Awesome fucking song. And of course, Symptom of the Universe, one of the best Black Sabbath songs. One of the first like thrashy speed metal songs. 2 of their best songs. But the rest of the album was like, it's not as good in my opinion. Am I Going Insane is kind of a better version of Changes, because Changes is really slow, but this one's a little bit better. And The Writ is an interesting song because it's one of the few, of maybe the only Black Sabbath song I can think of off the top of my head that Ozzy had actual writing credits for, because it's talking about their, I don't know, someone at their record label wanted to screw him over or something, and they got really pissed off, or their producer or something. People probably know what I'm talking about, and The Writ is about basically an angry song. It's like 8 minutes long. They're talking about how pissed off they are at their, I don't know if it's a management or label, whatever it was, but yeah, those 2 songs, Am I Going Insane, it's not too bad. I kind of like in The Writ, but it's really pretty much Hole in the Sky and Symptom of the Universe that is the standout tracks naturally. So most people would have that higher, but that's where I have it. A lot of people probably won't have this in a top 10, but I always loved this record and the cover, even though everybody hated it. And that is Born Again from 1983, number 10 on my list. And it's Ian Gillan, Deep Purple also, and the only Deep Purple or Ian Gillan album that he sung. Trash it's a cool opener. It's like a hard rock speed, kind of like a really quick speed metal song. It's a pretty fast spoken song. They made a video for it. Disturbing the Priest, a great track. What you gonna be, brother? Zero, the hero. That's a cool song. It's a little over long. It's like 7.5 minutes. That's the only downside. Keep away from the digital bitch. I like that song. It's really cheesy, but it's good. Born Again has a brooding, it's like a slow, brooding ballad, typical Black Sabbath, but a great Ian Gillan vocal line. Hotline, which Tony said that Fight for Your Right to Party, they kind of stole the same lyric for that song, the Beastie Boys, and if you listen to it, it's that same hard rock, classic rock lyric or riff. I mean, you can hear it. You can like, yeah, it's pretty fucking similar. And Keep It Warm is another one. It's like Hotline. It's like it's more of like a hard rock, Deep Purple-esque song, and not really a Black Sabbath song. So this is like Black Purple or Deep Sabbath, whatever the hell you want to call it. This and the first one I talked about, 7 Star, but this one I like a lot better because it still has Black Sabbath vibes to it, and 7 Star doesn't really have it at all. But this is definitely underrated. And I think even Ozzy said it's their best album they did since the original lineup, he said. So there you go. A lot of people love it. And here's one no one will have this high, but if you watch my channel, I already did a review on it, and I told people that I love this record. Number 9, Never Say Die. Probably could even be fucking higher on my list, but I wanted to keep it a little bit lower just because there's so many good ones ahead. It probably could have went up 1, maybe 2 spots, but I think bottom part of the top 10 is a great place for it. The title track, Don't Ever Say Die. It's one of my favorite songs ever by Black Sabbath. Top 5 maybe Black Sabbath songs, certainly top 10. Hard Road. This is not in the right order. I hate when they fucking do this, but Hard Road is one of the few songs which I like it. But it's one, if not the only song, Tony Iommi sang backup vocals for, and you can even see it on. They made a video for it. Junior's Eyes, great song. Johnny Blade, that's a cool song. Shockwave should have been a fucking single. It's one of the best songs that was never a single. I think it's the first song of the second side. It's a fucking killer song, and I don't understand why it was never released as a single. And then you have Air Dance and Breakout, which are very strange. They're kind of like reggae-esque type. Not really reggae, but they have like, I don't know, like, it's kind of like a mix of like folk, reggae, I don't know, it's strange. Swinging the Chain, I don't like that song. It's not as good as It's Alright. It's the other song that Bill Ward sang. And Over to You, it's not too bad, but I love Never Say Die, Hard Road, Junior's Eyes, Shockwave, Johnny Blade. And the other ones are alright, but yeah, the first side of this and plus Shockwave is just fucking awesome, and that's why I have it so high on the list, number 9. I can put that video at the end here. Number 8, trying to go as fast as I can. the best Tony Martin album, in my opinion, which is very melodic, hard rock and Black Sabbath, great mix sound. A lot of the songs are more hard rock, but it has the doomy sound that Tony Iommi is known for, and that's Headless Cross. What the Headless Cross? And I had a great fucking bass that the title track. Dun, 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 dun. When Death Calls, Devil and Daughter, Black Moon, another one. Nightwing Rises Again. That's a cool one. It opens with a like acoustic intro. It's just this album. I don't know how to put it. It's Sabbath-y at times, and it's hard rock. Probably 60 to 70% hard rock, 30% Black Sabbath. But it blends the I don't know the Tony's Martin's voice and Tony Iommi's guitar. It just blends perfectly, and it's so underrated. A lot of people never give this album credit for what it is, and it's just like I said, it's a solid metal record. And I would say the title track is the best song, but Nightwing's really good. Black Moon, Devil and Daughter, Death Call, they're all good really. But yeah, that's coming in at number 7. The second album with Ronnie. If you listen to fools, the mob rules. Mob Rules, awesome fucking song. And it has maybe the best black. I don't know. It's probably not, but it's one of the best Dio, not just Black Sabbath Dio, but Dio songs ever. It's the sign of the Southern Cross. I fucking love that song. Turn up the night, turn up the night. That's another one. Fall in love with the country girl. That's a cool song. Kind of weird lyric, Black Sabbath lyrics, but whatever, because they're not country. I'm slipping away, slipping away. Yes, voodoo. They're all good songs off there. It's Falling Off the Edge of the World. The only one I don't really like is Over and Over. It's all right, but you know, I don't even know. Maybe that's even an instrumental. I'm not sure, but it's the one song that I don't remember much about. But the rest of the album is just fucking solid. I think no, it's not instrumental. E5150 is instrumental, but this album is so great. Falling Off the Edge of the World, title track, Country Girl, Turn Up the Night. No, you can't beat it. So that's number 7. Trying to go quick. Trying to get it done. Number 6. A lot of people told me this is their favorite Black Sabbath album. And for me, it's just a monster of an album to comprehend, to talk about, to digest. Because it is their druggy of the druggiest, which makes no fucking sense. But the album where drugs took over the Black Sabbath the most. Lyrically, musically, everything. And that's Volume 4. I don't even know how to like go through this album. It's so fucking complex. If Master of Reality was their doom masterpiece, this is their stoner hard rock fucked out of their mind masterpiece, if that makes sense. It starts off with Wheels Confusion, 8.5 minute song with the Wheels Confusion. Tomorrow's Dream is my favorite off the album, the second track. When sadness fills my days. How's it go? I fucking forget. Let tomorrow's dream become reality to me. That has that guitar. It's a shorter song, but fucking great song. Changes, that's the ballad. I'm going through changes. Really boring. I don't mind it. Sometimes I listen to it, sometimes I skip it. He also did a remake with his daughter Kelly years ago. Snowblind is my second favorite song, probably their most famous song off the album. My eyes are blind, but I can see the snowflakes glisten on the trees. The sun no longer sets me free. The snowflakes are freezing me. Then he's like, cocaine. Later in the song's talking about cocaine. Like, this whole fucking album is about drugs. Under the Sun, you know, that's it's actually Under the Sun / every, I forget the other part of the thing. It's talking about every day is like Overdose or whatever. And Laguna Sunrise, like short 2.5 minute song there. Saint Vitus Dance. It's another short song. But yeah, Supernaut. It's like, I wanna touch the sky or climb up the. How is it? I haven't heard this fucking. Like I said, the lyrics are fucking complex and it's so out there. But it could be higher. But like, it's just hard for me to digest this album, so I put it this way. Put it at 6. A lot of people have it 1, 2, or 3, but I don't know. I love it, but I have to be in the mood for it just because it's so fucking out there, and I can't even remember the song lyrics. But there's one upcoming in this list that's the lyrics are even more fucked up, but the album is not as drugged out as Volume 4. So top 5 here. Number 5, the album was started at all. Self-titled Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath. And oh, I love this album. What is this that stands before me? Black Sabbath title track. Oh man, what a fucking great doomy, gloomy song. The Wizard, which apparently, according to Tony Iommi's book, Ozzy would see like a wizard on stage in the back of the crowd because he's so fucked up. And I don't know how true that is, but NIB maybe my favorite bass song ever. My name is Lucifer, please take my hand. Yeah, fucking great song. I think it stands for Nativity in Black. That's what it's supposed to be anyway. And evil woman, don't you play your games with me. I think that's actually a cover, but I mean, it's a solid debut, but it started it all, and I had to put it in the top 5 just because, you know, it's so instrumental in the metal world. So yeah. Number 4, this is beat the shit because it's the original copy, and I need to get a newer, better, just a newer, updated version. Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, their 5th album. This is one of their most underrated. The band members even said if there's anything underrated of Black Sabbath, it's this album. Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath is one of my favorite songs, metal songs of all time. And it's just like, nobody will ever, or how's it go? Shit. Well, you know, yeah, but I forget how it goes now. Fucking ADHD. The song, I know it really well, but killing yourself to live. That's a fucking cool song. Here's what I'm talking about, how it's complex lyrics. Like Spiral Architect. And Spiral Architect, I pay you build. And it's talking about cellulites or cellulite, whatever the hell it is. It's really weird lyrics. And National Acrobat, it's weird lyrics. I mean, this album is more like hard rock compared to metal. This is like Black Sabbath and at their hard rock stage. And there's no like speed songs. There's no, I mean, Black Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath's a metal song, but the rest of them are like Killing Yourself to Live is a metal song. The other ones were kind of like Looking for Today. It's kind of like just like mid-pace rock song. Who Are You is the same thing. Sabracadabra talking about how I love a woman and I hope she loves me back, pretty much, lyrically anyway. Fluff was the instrumental. Nobody will ever know. How the hell's that fucking Black Sabbath song go? But the part of Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. You bastards! I forget the lyrics. I had it in my head, and now with my ADHD, it went away. Yeah, so I love this album. It's hard to like rate it because, like I said, complexity. It's more hard rock than metal, but it's so great. These top 3 will always be in my top 3. And number 3, Master of Reality. Their Doom masterpiece. Actually, that Sweet Leaf is Tony Iommi actually coughing because they gave him a big joint and he coughed so hard that they recorded it. I love you, Sweet Leaf, though you can't hear. After Forever, talking about, I think it's about popes and religion and all that. Children of the Grave is one of my favorite songs of all time. Said, so you children of the world, listen to what I say. If you want a better place to live, spread the words today. Show the world that love is still alive. You must be brave, or your children of today will be children of the grave. Great song. Lord of this world, evil possessor. Lord of this world. That's a cool one. Solitude's like a slow, like really acoustic ballad. And Into the Void, the bass and the guitar riff in that song is just so insane. It's like 8 minutes long or 7 minutes long. It's one of the best songs off the album. So you got Sweet Leaf, After Forever, Children of the Grave, Into the Void, Lord of this World. Masterpiece. Number 2, Heaven and Hell. first album with Dio. Neon Nights, Heaven and Hell, die young, children of the sea. Lady Evil, Evil. So many great songs off this, and Heaven and Hell is obviously the main big. The title track is just sing me a song, yo singer. I fucking love this song. It's just a great. Don't has an awesome bass in the line too. It's a fucking amazing song. It's one of the best metal songs of all time. One of the best metal albums of all time. The cover's awesome. It's Heaven and Hell, which could be number one. The reason I put Paranoid number one, it's the album that just set the metal world on the map. Yeah, the debut came first, same year, but this just took it to another level. You know, Paranoid, generals gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. Paranoid ran in 10 minutes. People think that I'm insane cause I am frowning all the time. Awesome riff. 10 minutes they wrote that. Planet Caravan, the ballad, slow ballad on the album. And then Iron Man, the metal version of what you call Smoke on the Water that everybody, as soon as they pick up a guitar, they gotta play. Has he lost his mind? Can he see or is he blind? Electric Funeral, one of the most underrated songs. Electric Funeral. Tony Iommi's guitar is Tone the Doom. I mean, oh my god. The intro to Electric Funeral with Tony Iommi's guitar. Oh my god. Hand of Doom, another slower song. Just talking about drug use. Rat Salad is instrumental, and then Fairies Wear Boots, man, you gotta believe me. Perfect metal album. I would say this is the most important metal album of all time. And is it the best? I say it's the standard at least, so I would say so, but that's just my opinion. So I made it 32 minutes, 20 albums. Sorry for my singing and forgetting my fucking lyrics because I forget shit so easily. And boy, that was tough to rank. And I tried to do the best I can. It's like a couple of those Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, Volume 4, very fucking hard to like rank, talk about because it's so out there, especially Volume 4. Anyway, let me know your list. Did you like my list? Were there any surprises? Never Say Die. Yeah, I get it. Or maybe Born Again, but for the most part, I think it's a pretty solid list. I'll put a video here, and I don't want to keep going on and on. So, as always, YouTube, keep on fucking rocking. Retro Wonderluster out. Peace. Please subscribe, and I'll see you soon.